Hi, it's Leanne Poston again, and today we're going to look at D2L in Canvas again. This is week 5 of our tour through the learning management systems and comparing them. And this time we're going to look at the home page. Students frequently, when they are doing online classes, will log in, see a bunch of stuff, and really not know where to go first. So our goal today is to try to make the home page as friendly as possible and as intuitive as possible for the students so that they can get started right away on the class. The first thing that we're going to do is click on Course Administration, which is where you usually go when you want to change anything in D2L. And then we're going to click on Home Pages. All right, once we do that, we have the option of creating a home page. You can see we can create one right here, or we can use one of the ones that are already set up and we can just copy it. So you can see I took this course homepage here, and if you click on the pull down menu, then you can copy, and then you'll get a copy of it. And then you can click on it and you can change it. So I can change the name of it and change the functionality of it. If I was going to rename this, we'll just change it to trial for now since we already have another home page. And as I move down, I can include a header on my home page, and then I can change the layout of the home page. So you can see that currently the layout is basic. You'll click on this button right here, and it'll give us a bunch of different options as far as the layout. You can see it gives us different options as far as the panels and the way that we're going to set up the panels. You can click on any of these, and that'll be your new layout. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. And then after we've set up the layout, then we can start adding widgets. And you can see there's already a calendar and an updates and a content browser and a respond us widget and then news. And if you want to add another widget, all you do is click on Add Widgets. And when you click on them, you can see that there's a number of choices here. We can have custom widgets that were designed by someone in your organization and they have shared them and you can use them, or system widgets that come with D2L and can add additional functionality. The nice thing about the widgets is they are already set up and ready to go on your home page, and you can edit them right on your home page to make them for the students. Let's go back to our home page for our current class, and our next task here is we need to show the students exactly where to go. So you can see if I go to the content browser, I need to have something that says, here's where you need to start. And in order to do that, the first thing you want to do is set up a new module. Down here at Add Module, you'll click on it and you just name it. And so I already have one called Getting Started, you can see here. And then after I set up the module, the next thing that you're going to do is add a submodule or add a page. And I have a page called Getting Started. And because in the previous section we had already imported an HTML template, it was merely a matter of bringing in the page. Let's see, let me go back and I'll show you. We bring in your page from your saved files. So you can see I can add a page from Managed Files, and that's going to bring in that HTML file, and I can rename it into anything I want to, but that's still in its HTML format. So you can see here it is with all of its headers intact in that cascading style sheet format. And then I can go through and change them into anything that I want to and give the students all the information they need to succeed in the class and to make sure that they've met the prerequisites for the class. All right, the next thing that I need to do is make it really easy for them to see exactly how to get to that. So you can see over in News, I have a Start Here news feed, and it's got a link to it. So you can see it's already got a headline on it, but if I go and I click the link pull down menu, oops, right here, what I can do is insert a quick link to any place that I want to. So if I go to Content, there's my Getting Started folder, and then there's my Getting Started file. So if I click on this, the result that you're going to get is this hyperlink directly over there. And that'll make it very easy for the students to be directly oriented towards that Getting Started folder and know exactly what needs to be done. Now, students also have a concern that when they log into a new class, frequently what will happen is they don't know who to contact or how to get in touch with their instructor. So we want to set up a new widget. So I'm going to go to Course Administration again, And this time I'm going to go to widgets instead of homepage. Once I go to widgets, all I have to do is click on this button here and I can create a widget. You'll see what it looks like here. So you're going to name your widget. The description actually isn't the content. All the description is gives you a description of what your widget is for, so that if you want to use it again, you'll know what it is. You can assign some release conditions to it if you want it to show up only at certain times. And then when you click on content, that's where you actually are going to put the content for your widget. So I'm going to take you back to the home page and show you what I had already put for my introduction widget. So you can see it's got my picture, email, contact information, office hours, and I referred to Quality Matters Standard 1.8. A self-introduction is important at the front of a web page. So there you go, as far as setting up a widget. And the next thing that we need to do is customize the navigation bar. Back to Course Administration, and then we're going to go down to Tools once we get there this time. So here's our Tools, and that's going to bring up a list of everything that you can have in your navigation bar. So you can see here's all the possible tools that we have, and you can change their names if you want to something more descriptive that would mean more to your, to your class of students. And then you can see this widget's turned on and this widget's turned off. So all you do is click on them to change it from on to off. And that way you can customize your navigation bar here at the top. All right, and the last assignment that we had this week was to record an audio message to our students. So I'm going to go back to news, because we'll put it there because they get an alert every time there's a new news item, and that'll alert them right away that something new has happened. So all we're going to do is add a new news item. And you can see that the first thing I have to do is put a headline in. So I'm just going to put trial since I've already got an audio message available. And you have to put something in the content area here. Trial of audio message. We'll put that in to get us started, because it won't let us open the audio part without something in that content area. And then as I scroll down all the way to the bottom, you can see here's record audio. And once I click on record audio, after this comes up, you can see that it's asking me to allow the microphone and the webcam. And then once I do that and I hit close, what'll happen is this denied by flash will be changed to go ahead and record. Now I'm not really wanting to record something this time, so I'll let you see what it looks like, but we're going to turn it off. And then after it switches its setting here, this button here will come on and you can click on it to go ahead and record. You can record your message, and when you're done, you can play it back to make sure it sounds like what you want it to sound like. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of here and show you the one that I've already done. So if we go back to the home page again, and you can see here is my audio welcome. So welcome to the pilot course. And if you click on this, it'll download the audio file. And that's the one thing that I really don't like about D2L here. Everything else was very easy to navigate this week and very easy to do. But I did not see a way to embed this into the D2L system as opposed to download it. It doesn't seem very worthwhile to students to have to download your audio message to find out what you're going to say. Well, thank you for taking a look at D2L with me this week. Fairly straightforward system this week, but really important to make sure that the home page is as functional and as intuitive as possible for our students.